Yeah, it just continued to, the number one concern is Dez. There's a reason, they went to look at him. You talk about, the health is first. When something is off, there's a reason to look at him. And we'll continue to further evaluate him. And I guess you could kind of put at it too, Mike. I guess the best way to put it. Sometimes the health or something going on can affect performance.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do what's best for your team, and obviously my concern is for the player. And Taylor came in there and did a nice job. And so we got to, in the next 24 hours, evaluate. Obviously I'm going to listen to the medical experts first, and then we got to evaluate. Short term, what's the best thing for Dez? What's the best thing for this team to go win one game against Minnesota? But I'm not going to sit here and play games because whoever's going to play this week to help us beat Minnesota has got to get the reps, and that's what we'll do. So I won't play any games on Wednesday. Everybody got their own flavor. I want to do that. I promise you I won't do that. But there's a lot that we still need to consider, as we put in the plan and as I continue to check in with Dez and the medical experts. Yeah.
Do you remember exactly when you heard from the medical staff, okay, he's cleared to play, and then when you knew?
It was sometime in the third quarter, and I just looked over, and those are decisions that you talk about, coaching decisions that you feel you got to make, just the way the game's gone and where we're at, and that's where, like I said,
You said you looked over at him?
Well, it's just the whole thing. You get updated by the trainer. A lot of times in those games, you get the. It's like the. You ever seen this show Veep?
Mm-hmm.
She's going around like the guy that goes in her ear. And sometimes, I'm sitting there calling a play, and I'll get a medical update, and so you're kind of processing that, as you're in between a play or you're managing the game, and obviously in between the series, looking at it, and I'm looking at how the game's going. And so maybe I felt like a baseball manager at the time. I know you can't pull a pitcher and pull one back in, but that's kind of where just the way it was going with Taylor and the way that I felt what had happened in the first half, felt that was the best decision for the team at that moment.